Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning. This is I hit a brick wall after doing the Chameleon Church show this morning motif. That's what this is. Hey, we are talking about the 4 different New Years that show up on the traditional Hebrew Jewish calendar. Yes, there's 4 of them. The first one is in the Babylonian named month of Tishri. Ethanim is the biblical name, and it's known as Rosh Hashanah. A lot of people probably know about that. That's the civil New Year. We'll get more into that on Friday, but they basically ripped off the Babylonians and added it to their, and you can't do that. The second one is the first of Nisan, or the first of Abib, the biblical name Abib, and that's the one we're going to talk about. So, biblically, we can have all the verses on Friday. Biblically, God says to Moses, he says to them, today, this will be the first month for you. This is your first month, and it's known as the month of Abib. It's in our March, April. And that's the beginning of the year. That's the first month, which means prior to that would be, right, their New Year. It's their biblical. So they have a civil New Year and a spiritual biblical New Year. And again, they adapted this from the Babylonians. I think it was called a Kidu. Again, we'll talk about it more on Friday. I expounded on it here. And then, so what happens in the month of Abib, the first month, is on the 14th, on the 10th day of Abib, Israel will select their Passover lamb. On the 14th, in the evening of the 14th day of Abib, they'll slaughter that lamb, and that night will be the beginning of the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread on the 15th of the month. So this is their first month, and this is the beginning of the biblical calendar, Abib, the Babylonian name of Nisan. More tomorrow, and I hope I don't look like this.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.